Hey Rhonda, how are you? Hey King, how you doing? Hey Gina. Yeah, windy here. Hey Jackie. Like 50-mile-an-hour winds. Looks like some snow's coming in out of the west. I saw on the news you're supposed to get 24 inches of snow on the Upper Peninsula. Hey Monica. I was talking to the guy that runs the McDonald's about 30 miles from here. They lost power a little while ago. I'm right over a Rao Road near the exit rest stop. Yeah, it's a beautiful view up here. Yep. Today'd be a great day to go watch a water splash up against those lighthouses. No, I never said that about the girls. Yeah, Anthony, yep. I guess this signal buffers a lot on viewers' ends. Yeah, I never said that. I think end of July, Anthony. Hey, Penny, how you doing? Yeah, thanks, Dan. I don't really think I'm doing anything all that great. I mean, give him a little helping hand, but I don't think I'm doing anything bad. Oh, are you, Penny? Yeah, it's supposed to get down this week to the 20s at night. There's a hawk up here flying around. Yeah, another day. You're right, Jackie. Yep. How you feeling? Yeah, okay, Laura. Yeah, you too. Should be getting a lot of that wind over there today. Yeah, I mean, I might, but I mean, it's not really measurable, Penny, you know? I was going to go down there Sunday, but for a variety of reasons, I didn't. Yeah, me too. Yeah, West Branch, yep. If you look on Google Maps, it's exit 212. You'll see Rau Road, RAU, goes over I-75. There's the rest stop right there. I'm sitting in the parking lot of a township hall looking, let me see here. Looking, where am I looking? Looking south, east. Shut up, Walter, you moron. This is legal. If you weren't so stupid, I'd tell you where to look it up in the exceptions, but I'm sure you'd never find it, so I'm not going to waste my time. Yeah, you can go outside. Yeah, if you're in Michigan, read Section 7, Rule A, Number 1. Don't talk to Walter. He's too stupid. Hey, Larry. Yeah, we're getting 50-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah, we're getting them here right now. Well, that's good, Penny. I mean, it's a, you know, I mean, maybe it helps you understand why they have struggle with it, and it's so hard to get out of. Hey, Pam, crunching on the leaves. See, there's about 8 people congregating at a rest stop. That's how it is here, freaking Rican. Hey, honey bun. I gotta buy another bag of birdseed today. Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, it crunches like that, dry and cold. I see this farmer over here. You see where he plowed quite a bit of his field there? Well, he didn't finish. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? I'm thinking about going over and getting some video of the rough water in Taos. So bored, it's ridiculous. Oh, that's cool, Jackie. Right there. Sleeping next. Daisy hates the wind. Okay, so, it's weird when you get this bored, you get so little done. Like if I knew I had to start a job at 4 o'clock or I had something to do, I'd probably be reading now because I would realize that it's the only time that I have to do it. But when you don't have anything to do, your days just kind of one molds into another, get nothing done. It's so weird. It's a good thing I wasn't like a squirrel or something, because I'd never prepare for winter. I'd go into like the first blizzard with a half a nut, and I'd probably eat that by the end of the night. It's a great dog. I'm really missing going down to Detroit. Oh, that's cool. They're good dogs. They're not doing too well in Detroit. It's absolutely dead down there. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'd not be there by now. Hey, Jane, how's it going? Pretty good. This kind of weather's rough on migrating birds, especially this next few days. Crazy wind. Birds won't fly in this. They'll hunker down for a couple days. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Oh, that's cool. A mini Chihuahua. What's that dog weigh then? Like 2 pounds or something? Hey, Abby, how you doing? Yeah, they already lost power over in Standish. Yep. I mean, I'd do anything now if I checked around like to deliver food or something. It's like not really happening here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like most terriers. I'm not really into those rat terriers and those kind of dogs. Little yippy dogs. Yeah, same here, Thomas. Yep. Oh wow, Cabela's, huh? Oh, is that right, huh? Yeah, I had quite a few pit bulls. Great dogs. I mean, the pit bulls are accepted now. I mean, I went through court with pit bulls once because the city didn't like them. I wouldn't own a vicious dog. They just didn't like them there and decided to be jerks about it. It's the same city that 50 years ago cut down the basketball hoops because they didn't want blacks coming and playing basketball there. So they did the same with me and pit bulls. I ended up kicking their ass in court, but it took about 5 years. Hey, Age. Hey, Ryan. This would be a great day well, it'd be a good day to watch airplanes. If you go out anywhere where airplanes are landing, now I don't know how it is where you guys are at, but this wind's coming out of the west, southwest. So if you went to a place like Detroit, they're landing into the southwest, and if you looked up in the air, you'd see how slow their ground speed is. The planes that look like they're hardly moving because of that headwind. Now, if you went someplace where they didn't have a southwest runway, you could see some crazy landings with crosswind. Hey, Greg. Oh, bull mastiffs. Yeah, I've never got to see one in person, but they seem like cool dogs. Oh, okay, homeschooling, yeah. There's a girl here that went to Harvard that was homeschooled. It's a free app you can get. It's fun to fool around with. Flight Aware. Put it on your phone. You can put it on your laptop, desktop, and you can track planes. But I'll bet you money anywhere in the United States right now, planes are flying all over. I bet you they are. Yeah, you would. You could out uh, utilize the maximum component for a crosswind. People don't understand it, but if you're flying around in a Cessna 172 or 182, you can fudge the numbers. Not a lot. There are ways to land in a crosswind if it exceeds the maximum crosswind component. You can go faster, blah blah blah. But it's something to really pay attention to, because if you're landing and all of a sudden you're got your foot pressed to the floor and you have full deflection and you're still getting blown off to the side, you're screwed. But big jets, people don't realize this. They're always like, you'll see flight instructors create jets that land. They said they're landing sideways, that they're trained to land with a side load. They don't want you dipping that wing down and correcting like you do in a little private airplane. If you look at how far the wings are out on these jets, commercial airliners, it's not that far before you're scraping a wingtip. So, you can crab a little bit, but if you land and you're 20 or 25 degrees off and you land sideways, you see the tires, the smoke fly up, and then the fuselage straightens out. They're designed to do that. They don't want you dipping that wing down. Yeah, no, that's a good question, though, on the freighters. Talking about the ships. No, there's really no place to see them. It's funny. My first time ever over in Taos about a couple months ago. Well, not a couple months ago. It must have been the fall. I saw a freighter off Taos, which I never do. They're usually too far out. There's a guy at Just Planes, and there's a couple other aviation channels. Just go in there and look at Dash 8 planes like that. Those are fun to watch in a real heavy crosswind. Go and look at like maximum crosswind landings on YouTube. It's really kind of fun to watch them. But you'll see those planes land kind of cocked into the wind. It's all part of the design. If you look on the big planes, the 740 configurations are cocked into the wind and straightens out when they land. All right, Sexy. I hope you have a good day. Uh, there's YouTube videos too where you'll see sometimes where people will land in an airplane and then relax the ailerons, and that wind will get up underneath that airplane and flip it over after they've done the hard part of successful landing. You got to keep those ailerons cranked all the way into the wind. The old joke is the airplane's not done flying until it's in the hangar, and there's an element of truth to that, particularly with tail wheels. Now, believe it or not, a helicopter does pretty good in the wind. It doesn't affect them like it does an airplane. That a girl, Sexy. Hope you have a good day today. Keep your head up high. Yeah, get crappier. So, this right now I can see about 5 miles. All right, Sexy. Yeah, I'd like to watch ships, planes, anything in this wind. No, nope, no, Sonia, no, we don't have it. Supposedly there's one in the county, but when I look on the state website, they don't show any in Ogama County. It's weird. It doesn't even show Ogama County. It shows all the counties around here. You know, they're getting quite a few more positive cases, and I'll bet you it's people traveling to their cabin is Gaylord, Otsego County, which is 2 counties away from here north. Well, 3 really. Oh, wow. Glad you got out of there, Anthony. Sure will, Sexy. Have a good day. Okay, Penny. Wow, you got a good hobby. Yeah, okay, you too, Andy. Any of you guys fool around with that TikTok, that video deal? Oh, okay. I bet this heavy wind will take out some of these barns that are barely standing. I guess it's like YouTube or something. What's that like, Sonya? Is it just like a? How is it similar? Is it better, worse, the same? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Crazy. So, the icing levels would be pretty low today. It was 41 when I got up. So about 5,000 feet, you'd have icing levels. Yeah, windy. Yeah, it's windy here too. Crazy, Jim. Yep. Oh, okay. YouTube's got such restrictions on kids now. I was down around Clare County the other day, and I got some good photos of some young girls jumping, Amish girls jumping up and down on a trampoline, and they're having a good time. But I didn't upload it because, man, if you got kids in anything now, watch out. It's just not worth it. Oh, okay, crazy. Well, the freezing, there's a formula that airlines use. So basically, they're concerned about the freezing levels at the airport elevation. When you got rain and sleet, it's usually a company directed order. So you don't want any kind of ice, even if it's barely covering the leading edges, the tail surfaces. You want to get that all off with that solution they use. Because even I'll give you an example. Like if you have frost, let's say you had a 182, and you had frost during the night, and you took off with that frost on the wing, which doesn't look like anything, it's just frost. It'd be nothing for you to eat up 5 or 6,000 foot of runway trying to get off the ground. It really affects lift. So what they want to do is they want to make sure that when they take off, there's no surface frost or ice anywhere on the fuselage. It buys them about 25 minutes. You know, but this is the kind of day that you would definitely want to avoid in a airplane not equipped for no nothing. Actually, an FAR, it's a violation if you took off when there was known icing forecast and you piled up your airplane, you'd also be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, our Walmart's 1,000 people, and I've never seen them limit anybody. Home Depot seems to be really on it pretty good. Yes, wind's really howling now. I like bad weather. I used to fly in it purposely. Just fun, exciting. Yeah, crazy. Oh, she does, huh? Okay. Yeah, there was somebody was talking last night in the chat about medical workers bringing it home in their shoes. Hey, cross up. Yeah, I was reading some accounts yesterday in a Sunday paper about getting that damn virus. I mean, it's the way it's described. It's like, wow. Oh, okay, Jackie. Hey, Sue, how you doing? I'll tell you one really tragic event. This is really something to put all your eggs in one basket about. That is that at McDonald's you cannot get an Egg McMuffin after 11 a.m. now. Yeah. You know, I keep thinking about that Kennedy lady and her little son drowning. God, you talk about a bad way to go. You know, they just didn't, thought they'd hop in this canoe and paddle out there and get that ball. And once that wind got a hold of them, it was game over. Like I said earlier, I'm sure she dropped the paddle. That's what happened. Not that it would have mattered much, but can you imagine that? A mother and her child out there heading out to the Chesapeake Bay and not being able to do anything about it. She was probably just hoping that they were going to tip over. God. The thoughts that must have went through that poor woman's mind as that whole thing was going down. Yeah, I remember that, Larry. Yeah, yep. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Yeah, they sure have. Yeah, what a way to go. But really, if you look at the scenario there, I mean, there, nobody around, nobody watching. By the time they would have got to them, I mean, it was over the minute they got in that canoe. I mean, with these high waters and stuff, I think last summer there were more drownings in Lake Michigan than ever. That video that I put up the other day, there was a young girl that got washed off a pier about a year ago. You know, I was kind of surprised that they haven't made at least the Manistee Lighthouse idiot proof. You know, most places where there's a chance that you can fall in, they've got metal ladders welded into the side, so you could at least swim and grab onto one of those and maybe get up on top where you fell off. But I looked on the side of that pier, and I didn't see any of those. You'll see them, a lot of them down around Ecorse Rouge, and that's the whole reason for them. If somebody accidentally falls in, because on that pier, if you fell in, there's no way you're reaching up there and grabbing that lip and pulling yourself out. And I was kind of surprised they don't have any life rings or ways to grab onto the side. Oh, wow, Larry. Well, you can get up in the air, you know, like even frost will severely affect the performance of an airplane. Get up in the air with visible ice, you can see it, but it's easy to pick up ice the minute you get into the clouds. I mean, there's been all sorts of planes that have crashed within 10 or 15 miles. The minute they got, you're crazy to be taken off to begin. Oh, wow, little miss. Good. Best of luck to you. If you Google icing on airframes, you can find some pretty interesting information about it. But it's surprising the little amount of disruption that frost can do on an airplane wing and on any airplane wing, a jet, a prop. I used to ride around with the guy that did the traffic reports in the AAA jet copter in Detroit, and we used to take off out of Ypsilanti at a White Castle over on Ford and 75 and get coffee sometimes. And there was one time that we landed there and stayed there because ice was building up on the rotor blades, and you could feel the vibration, and it was just getting worse. We went down there and sat it out for about an hour and a half. So you wouldn't think that ice could form on a blade that was going that fast, flinging around, but it does. All right, Roddy, have a good day. Yeah, I won't. Try and come on tonight around 9 if you can. Hey, Allie, how you doing? There's some crows out there flying around. You look at these birds like these sandhill cranes. You wouldn't think they could even make it up here in the spring winds. It seems like it just blow them to the other side of the world. Okay, Roddy. Yeah, look forward to seeing you. Yeah, it's a great view, Mike. Really is. Well, I think I'm gonna head out of here, you guys. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do today. Probably go home and do some more stuff. It's just so boring doing stuff inside, and then the whole night comes and you're stuck inside too. Sure, I'm glad for YouTube. You guys have a good night tonight, okay? Good day today, I mean. Try and get on to nine o'clock tonight. Okay, Sonia. Have a good day down there in Saginaw. Go over to Rico's and get a nice big box of nachos. All right, see you, Larry. You're lucky you got that Rico's down there, Sonia. I could really go for that now. Say hello to that lady that owns it too, sweetheart. She's one of those always like super positive people, always real pleasant. Yeah, it's good food. It's excellent. Everything. The chips, the salsa, the cheese, the meat. Love that place. Okay, Penny, have a good day. See you, Larry. Yeah, cross up, honestly, it's hard having a good lunch now. It really is. Around where I live anyway. That's kind of a problem up here is getting, good food. Get the extra thing of salsa too, Sonia. Their salsa is really good. I love that place. Take your dry cleaning too. You can drop it off at the place next door. They're probably closed though. You ever meet those Asians that own it? Daughters, I think they're immigrants from, where are they from? God, I forget. But anyway, they have a couple daughters that one went to Stanford, another one's a doctor that went to Harvard. She's an epidemiologist. I mean, it's impressive their children how well they've done. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Yeah, really, very well accomplished children. I'm going to sign off here, Crystal, but try and make it end at 9 at 9. Have a good day, everybody. Get that, Sonya. Get the chicken ones. Keep your cholesterol down. All right, Crystal. You have a good day.